If you ask around different people what the best heart-healthy diet is, you will probably get completely different answers. One person tells you to remove carbohydrates, another says remove meat, someone else recommends keto, another swears by vegan, then Mediterranean, carnivore, and others. So, who is actually correct? Most people don't fail diets because the diet is wrong. They fail because the human body and brain resist extreme restriction. A plan that is 70% ideal but sustainable for decades will always outperform a perfect diet followed for only a few months. So instead of asking, what is the best diet? We should ask a better scientific question. What specific foods repeatedly show benefit across many heart studies, regardless of diet type? Today on PharmaHealth's channel, we'll go deeper than diet trends. We'll understand how artery plaque really forms, which foods directly target the disease process, misleading healthy foods, the best exercise, and one supplement with real evidence. Heart disease does not start with cholesterol alone. Atherosclerosis begins with damage to the inner vessel lining, called the endothelium. This damage can be caused by high blood sugar, smoking, high blood pressure, chronic inflammation, oxidative stress. Once the lining is injured, LDL particles, specifically particles carrying ApoB, penetrate the vessel wall. Then oxidation occurs. The immune system reacts as if it's an infection. White blood cells enter the area and attempt repair, but instead, they form foam cells. This creates fatty streaks, plaques, narrowing arteries. Over years, plaques may rupture and cause heart attack or stroke. So effective prevention must target multiple mechanisms. 1. Reduce ApoB particles. 2. Reduce oxidation. 3. Reduce inflammation. 4. Improve endothelial repair. 5. Improve nitric oxide production. Now let's talk about foods that actually do these things. One nutrient consistently associated with reduced plaque progression is lycopene. It's a carotenoid concentrated in red and pink fruits, tomatoes, watermelon, guava, papaya, pink grapefruit. Lycopene is one of the most powerful dietary antioxidants. Its role is neutralizing reactive oxygen species, molecules responsible for LDL oxidation. Oxidized LDL is what triggers immune activation and plaque formation. Higher blood lycopene levels are linked to slower early atherosclerosis development. Important detail. Cooked tomatoes provide more bioavailable lycopene than raw tomatoes. Heat breaks cell walls and improves absorption, so tomato sauce, soup, or stew can actually be more protective than fresh slices. Another recurring compound in cardiovascular research is phytosterols. These are natural plant molecules found in nuts and seeds, flaxseed, sesame seeds, whole grains, avocados, vegetables. They resemble cholesterol structurally, so the intestine absorbs them instead of dietary cholesterol. Then the liver senses reduced absorption and removes more LDL particles from circulation. This lowers ApoB, the primary driver of plaque formation. Meta-analyses show an average LDL reduction around 14 Malware DL through diet alone. That is clinically meaningful. Now we move to inflammation control. Flavonoids, found in fruits and plant foods, prevent arteries from becoming sticky. Sources include berries, apples, citrus fruits, onions, leafy greens, dark chocolate, tea. During plaque formation, immune cells attach to damaged vessels. Flavonoids reduce adhesion molecules, meaning fewer inflammatory cells attach. This slows plaque growth. A subgroup called catechins, abundant in tea, is particularly effective. People drinking 3 or more cups of tea daily show about 21% lower stroke risk. If this kind of medical explanation helps you understand health better, please like and subscribe to PharmaHealth's channel. We focus on practical science, not trends. Extra virgin olive oil repeatedly appears in cardiovascular outcome trials. It contains polyphenols, monounsaturated fats. These improve endothelial function and insulin sensitivity. Instead of attacking a single mechanism, olive oil works on multiple pathways: oxidation, inflammation, and metabolic control. This is why Mediterranean populations historically show lower heart disease rates. Fatty fish such as salmon, sardines, and mackerel contain EPA and DHA omega-3 fatty acids. They stabilize plaques, reduce immune activation, improve nitric oxide production. Regular consumption, 1 to 3 times weekly, correlates with lower cardiovascular events and slower plaque progression. Equally important is avoiding inflammatory foods marketed as healthy. Examples: flavored yogurt, added sugars; granola bars, breakfast cereals; fruit juices. Juice lacks fiber and delivers concentrated fructose. Whole fruit, gradual absorption; juice, metabolic spike. The liver processes both similarly to added sugar. Exercise matters, but type matters more. High-intensity interval training showed measurable plaque regression after 6 months in controlled studies. Short, intense bursts stimulate vascular repair and nitric oxide production more effectively than steady low-intensity exercise. One supplement with consistent research support: aged garlic extract. Randomized trials show improved blood pressure, slowed coronary calcium progression, plaque stabilization. Not a miracle, but clinically meaningful support. Sauna therapy shows associations with improved endothelial function and reduced mortality risk, likely through vascular relaxation and heat-induced nitric oxide release. Heart disease prevention is not about finding the perfect diet. It is about repeatedly choosing protective foods: cooked tomatoes, nuts and seeds, tea, olive oil, fatty fish, less processed sugar. Consistency beats perfection. Subscribe to PharmaHealth's channel for evidence-based health education you can actually use daily. Take care of your heart. It works nonstop for you.